Hi there. I've been requested to do another video by possibly the only person who actually views these videos there. I do like doing videos on YouTube, but I don't really ever well I was about to say I don't really ever have much to say, and that's not entirely true. I've actually had a couple of ideas in my mind about what to do, but I've not really had any time about it, and it feels like because so much time has went by, anything that it's not like I was ever posting regularly, but anything that I would try and do is kind of going to be kind of you know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to do this all in one take because I don't have the time to really edit anything. But yeah, I want to try and do more videos. But it feels like anything that because it's been so long, anything that I do actually churn out would be a bit confusing because it's like, why has it been 3 months? Why has it been like 5 months since I've talked about this or that and all of that jazz? So I thought I'd do one maybe longer video just to try and update everyone on how stuff's going. Quite a lot's happened in terms of personal shit and organization stuff, a lot of organization stuff actually. So yeah, I've been really knocked off my feet over the past few months for a number of different reasons, which I can or can't really go into in depth because it's not unfair on the person that it involved. But yeah, essentially I have had a pretty bad breakup, and I'm over it now. Well, you say you're over it, but there's occasionally like twinges of like bad memories and stuff like that. But yeah, it's been a while now. It's been about 3 months, and I think I'm recovering quite well. But a major issue is I live with my ex-partner. I still live with my ex-partner, and I'm trying to get that sorted. I'm trying to move out as soon as possible. But in me doing that, I'm getting a mortgage sorted, which maybe wasn't the wisest thing to jump right into. Maybe I should have rented for a year and then slowly sorted out getting a permanent dwelling. But that's the way I've decided to do it for X amount of reasons, mainly the fact I'm in a good financial place, which is one thing at least, really. One thing I've always had to say, luckily. So yeah, despite everything, I think I'm in a good place, but I'm extremely busy right now. So that's why there's not been many videos, but just to try and update maybe certain factors that I've kind of had up in the air that we talk about again, just in this video before we do anything else. So training, firstly, how's the exercise going? I think it's going really good. I've been able to go running quite frequently, from about 2 to 3 times a week. Which is a lot considering about 6 months ago I was barely getting 1,000 steps a day. So it's going really good so far there. I've been getting back into running really good. That's helped with my pains a lot too. The pains in my knees, my ankles, my other joints and my back. It really has been decreasing. And every day that I don't go on a run, I try and go on a walk for an hour. So that's been good. In terms of the weight loss from that, which was the main goal of exercising, I've lost about 2 stone. But the issue is I've plateaued at 2 stone, which I guess is a bit of a glass half full, half empty type of situation, because technically, when I have been having cheat days and I've been, drinking, sometimes alcohol, sometimes just fatty drinks, and eating unwisely, I've not been having an increase in weight. But at the same time, I've not I've started to slowly push into like the top couple of pounds of the 13 stone, but I've not been able to do that permanently. It's like it's kind of been fluctuating over the past couple of weeks. So I might need to cut more calories out of my diet there. I think most people do tend to underestimate how many calories that they have a day. So I think that's one thing there, just that yes, it's just not something that I've took properly into account now. I'm not like counting my calories too much or anything. So that's one thing. But also, another good way of looking at it at the same time is I've been doing a lot of resistance exercising. I've been really pushing myself with lifting weights, and quite recently to try and do like full body exercises, even on days like today where I went on a run to then do some resistance training afterwards. I've been getting into doing deadlifts and barbell squats with quite low amounts of weight. I've took some videos of that I'll try to pepper in around this point. and yeah, you'll see from those videos there, of course, that it's not a lot of weight at all. It's about just under £20 that I'm squatting and deadlifting. But I'm trying to start small just so I can get the muscle memory of doing the movements and not having any issues, not accidentally putting my back on £40 instead of 20, because I know I can lift more. But I don't want to push myself at that point. I want to get used to the form and doing everything properly before I go higher. But yeah, that's been really good. Again, it's something that's quite successful. I can feel, well, I can see the muscle that I'm putting. I can see my body changing, and it's not how I want it to be just yet. I've still got a bit more fat in my midsection that I want to get rid of probably over a year or so it's going to take. But yeah, all in all, things are going in the right direction. In terms of endurance running, I've been able to, just last week, I've been able to push myself to get to 15k, so 15 kilometers of running. And yeah, that's fairly good in itself. I'd say that's the furthest I've ever ran. I did it last Thursday and I didn't really ache afterwards. I've been feeling a bit, I've done some shorter runs this week. I did about 5k a couple of days ago. And then just sat down immediately and had a burger, and that really did me in. Now, I started to get my joint pains again when I was laying down, and like in my knees and stuff especially. But yeah, it's weird that, because again, I could do 15k, and I made sure to do some stretches afterwards. But I was completely fine after that. At the end of that day, when I did 15k, I actually did about another 7 to 10 kilometers of a walk. So I really, really pushed myself. And the next day, I was feeling fine too, even. So that's a weird one there. But I want to keep pushing myself in terms of distance. I'm going to see if I can push past 15k, maybe getting to 20k. And yeah, just take it from there, really. See how far I can run. To run 15k, it took 1 hour and 40 minutes. So to get to 20k, to get to 25k or stuff like that, I should be able to do that in definitely under 3 hours. So in terms of a pace, I'm doing quite good. But I'm trying to do more intensive stuff. Again, I'm trying to get my strength up in my legs and that by doing deadlifts and squats and stuff, just so I've got that strength and stamina, of course, that really helps produce. And also, what was I about to say? I've been trying to do stuff called VO2 max training. So if anyone has heard of that before, what that's like is it's a bit like pushing yourself as hard as you can with cardio to really, it gets to the point where you're not exercising your legs by running or different parts of your body with whatever cardio you're doing, your arms are swimming or whatever, and it becomes more of an exercise of your heart and your breathing muscles and your alveoli, what channels the air into your lungs and replaces the carbon dioxide. VO2 max training helps to make you more efficient with that, essentially. So I'm doing it in a pretty intensive way, I'd say, because I'm already running quite a bit. I dread it quite a lot, but when I have done it so far, I've done it mainly by sprinting as fast as I can for 2 minutes and then just stopping completely for 5 minutes and then sprinting again for 2 minutes again and just repeating that. And that's definitely an effective way of doing it, but I can run quite fast and not really have any dread or any worries afterwards, as we were talking about. But when it comes to sprinting and you get that pain in your lungs and in your heart and it just doesn't really feel comfortable, yeah, that's very troublesome. So yeah, that's one thing I wanted to update people on, again, just in a big, almost Bible of a video that we're doing now. In terms of other things, so electrolysis, that was something that I talked about 5 months ago. I've had about 6 sessions of electrolysis and I'm starting to get some improvement, I think, with my facial hair. We've been really focusing on the chin area because that's where I get a lot of white hairs. And yeah, I had my last session 2 weeks ago and my chin is pretty much still cleared. There just isn't any hair at all there. We're trying to focus on the darkest and wiriest hairs, really. I've got another session of that tomorrow, actually, which I'm looking forward to. It doesn't hurt, which is good. Because I think it hurt a lot at the start, but because again, if you remember what electrolysis is, it's like putting a little electric probe into your hair follicle and then zapping it with electric. But I can just close my eyes like this in the sessions, maybe talk and have a laugh with my technician. But yeah, it doesn't hurt that too much at all, really. I've almost fell asleep in a session before. So yeah, that's quite comfortable. We're going to focus on like the wider areas where I get some dark hairs and along the neck. tomorrow there. So that's going to be tomorrow's session, and yeah, hopefully maybe by November there, because I've got quite an intensive, quite frequent sessions booked in for that. Hopefully I can see some really good improvements with that, and maybe we could get to early or mid next year and I have to stop worrying about electrolysis. I can just enjoy very long times in between needing to shave, and yeah, that'd be brilliant. That's always been, in terms of transition goals, that's always been the thing I've been most uncomfortable with, body hair and facial hair especially. So seeing improvements with facial hair has been a large thing there. And of course, another thing that we talked about a couple of videos ago, was the at-home laser hair removal device that I've got. And I think I noticed some changes there. It's definitely, when it's dark hair that regrows, but the in between the hair itself, there's a lot more space. So I think I've had some improvement with that. But when we went into summer, like July and into August especially, I was spending a lot of time outside. I went to a lot of prides this year. I went to the Isle of Wight, Brighton with my best friend Orla to do Trans Pride. We went for a few days, and yeah, I've spent so much time out in shorts and vests and stuff. I'm still extremely pale, but I did develop a tan. And they do say be careful when you tan and use laser hair removal devices, because it can increase the amount of damage that you get in your skin. So what I'm going to do is give it a few more months and then get back into using the laser hair removal device, because it's been a few months now already. And yeah, hopefully I can get more improvements for that. You can smell the hair burning, so it's definitely doing something when I was using that. I just need to get back into the practice of doing that again, and maybe come summer of next year, if I do it through winter and spring, body hair can be less of a problem to worry about too, going to the beach and stuff. So yeah, we'll just have to see how it goes with losing weight, pushing myself, of course, with running more and more and more, and yeah, getting a house too, not a house, a flat, a mortgage. That's an extremely time-consuming and busy thing that I've been having to do so far. I work for about 10 hours a day, and then after working, if I'm not doing stuff with friends and going on dates and stuff just to keep myself entertained, or volunteering stuff too, so Trans Pride Southampton that I do a lot of work with, then if I'm not doing any of that, any personal stuff, or 10 hours of work a day, I'm then pushing myself to do hours. I think tonight I did about 2 hours of work just filling in forms for solicitors, and I've got to post some stuff tomorrow, and that's in between, of course, exercising and stuff. So yeah, no, I've not had a great deal of time to be able to do videos. This is one thing I want to talk about. I want to do a video about some protein powder that I've been trying, just with helping to replace meals in a way and just keep yourself healthy too when exercising. So yeah, that's a video idea I've had for a month or so ago, because I've tried a couple of different ones now. So that's something that I'm going to talk about. Maybe next year we can do a proper update just on the I think it's a Philips laser hair removal device, whichever one I've got in a bag somewhere there. Maybe I could even do house decorating or house tour and cooking videos once I have my own space properly to do that. I'm looking forward to living on my own. Of course, it's going to be great to have people around too, but I'm looking forward to living on my own because it'll be the first time I've really had my own space. And my life since, not necessarily since being an adult, but just since being a teenager, has been so busy. It's just every week there's been a problem. I've had, problems, issues, stress. I've had problems with my parents initially not accepting me of being trans. I've had brain surgery. I've had college stress. I've had work whilst college. And then I had my full-time job during COVID, which I'm still working at. And yeah, on top of that, I've had volunteering stress of all the organisations I've done that with, relationship drama, too much of that really. And yeah, just issue after issue, week after week. It has been weekly, I think. It's been weekly that I've had problems. So hopefully I'm going to get my own place, which is causing a lot of problems trying to do now, and I'll have that space to be myself completely for the first time in my life, and hopefully there can just be no more drama. Even if it's just for 1 week that I decide to just stay in my little girl cave, I just have no drama for that one amount of time. I don't know. It's going to be weird. I think I'm going to go crazy with how quiet it is. But yeah, we'll just have to see how it goes. I don't think I've done a video in this room before. I don't think anyone's seen this room before. This is my office. and it used to have my size single bed in it before I had my PC put in here. And yes, it's quite a small room. It's got a bike there, it's got books, it's got office equipment there. But yeah, it's all right, I guess. I'm really grateful of my ex-partner for giving me so much space in hers. And yeah, it's a bit cramped right now. It's very stressful, but yeah, hopefully I've got a lot to look forward to. We'll just have to see. So yeah, I think it's been quite a short video today. Again, I don't really want to edit this apart from maybe adding in some videos where I do some exercise, and yeah, you can all make fun of my form. But yeah, I just wanted to say a few words to get this out here, and maybe this is motivation to do more videos. Maybe it's going to be just another video in the dark and then you won't see or hear anything from me again. We'll just have to see. But thanks for everyone's time today, and yeah, I hope you have a good evening. It's 10:30 at night tonight, and I'll probably go to bed soon after I have dinner because I've not really eaten today. But yeah, bye.